Okay, once we are done with paint, the last chapter in your textbook will be plastic. Mostly it's the last chapter. Why last? Because it's the recent engineering material which is not totally natural. Plastic. Yes, the most used material nowadays all across. Recent engineering material. Some natural occurring plastic were known to the Romans and Egyptians. Birth of the plastic industry took place in the 19th century. That means every time you do material, see that you know the background from where it started, when it was available earlier, and then finally what we are going to do now. It's a little bit technical, and most of the words what I'm going to use will be chemicals or some substances which is available from nature, like the word shellac, 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 and raisins. We all know raisins. It's a extract given out by trees. In fact, even at times given out by insects. So artificial plastics have provided a very good substitute for natural materials available in the market. From toys to scientific instruments, from domestic appliances to machines and parts of machines, plastic has been used. Why do I use plastic today is I don't need to take care of it. That means I don't need to paint it. I don't need to look after it. It does not corrode. It does not go bad. It can be left open in the any kind of a weather. It can be left open in any part of an interior or an exterior. To describe more further, plastic is a natural synthetic or semi-synthetic organic substance prepared out of natural or synthetic resins with or without molding compound is called as plastic. Or another way of describing plastic is plastic can be defined as any non-metallic material that can be molded, yes, underline that word, molded, to a desired shape can be termed as plastic. Or they are natural or synthetic resins, or they are compounds which can be molded, extruded, 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 removed, casted, or used as film or coatings is plastic. Classification of plastic: I can classify plastic according to its behavior, its structure, its physical and mechanical properties. Now, the first thing when I say behavior is with respect to heating. Everyone knows if I apply heat to plastic, what happens? It starts getting soft, and if the heat goes beyond it, it's going to melt. So with respect to heating, when heated, it gets divided into two types: thermoplastic and thermosetting. This is all plastic is about: thermoplastic and thermosetting. When I say thermoplastic, it becomes soft when I apply heat to it, and it becomes hard when I cool it. See, a very simple way to understand behavior. It's called as thermoplastic. If I apply heat, it becomes soft. It becomes hard when I cool it. Another type which comes according to behavior is thermosetting. It's a type of plastic. Becomes rigid when molded under suitable temperature and pressure. Earlier type I never applied pressure, which later cannot be heated again and softened. See, the major difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting. The earlier one, you can harden it and soften it by process of heating. This one, once you have applied heat, it has become hard. You cannot re-soften it. The best example of it is a plastic bottle, a plastic water bottle. The transparent part of the bottle you can heat and reheat, melt it, again mold it and form another bottle. But the cap is a type which I can call it as thermosetting. This is a plastic which cannot be re-softened and remodeled. Structure. When I say structure, classification in terms of structure is homogeneous plastic and heterogeneous plastic. Homogeneous plastics, this contains carbon atoms. Heterogeneous plastic, it contains carbon, oxygen and nitrogen. Moving ahead, then the next is physical and mechanical property of plastic. Rigid plastic, semi-rigid plastic, soft plastic and elastomers. When I say elastomers, this plastic is soft with low property of elasticity. They deform under load at room temperature and they will come back to its own form the moment the load is removed. This type of plastic is called as elastomers. When I say soft plastic, it has low property of plasticity or elasticity. Semi-rigid plastic has medium property of elasticity. Semi-rigid plastic, it has low property of elasticity. Rigid plastic, it has high elastic property, retains shape under stress and pressure. Physical properties of plastics. That means how that plastic appears once I have molded into some shape, or if I molded a chair, I molded a table, I molded a panel, a shutter, a door shutter. So how does it appear? Some plastic are completely transparent. They are also opaque and are of different color. Chemical resistance. Great resistance to moisture and chemicals and solvents. The degree depends on the chemical composition of plastic. Its dimension stability. This property favors plastic the most compared to other engineering material. Its ductility, its durability. They are durable, they possess sufficient surface hardness. They lack ductility or ductility. Electrical insulation. Plastic possesses excellent electrical insulating properties. Fire resistance. Plastic is organic in nature and hence they are combustible. That means they are going to catch fire. Slow, but yes, they are going to burn down. Joinery, it can be bolted, it can be riveted, it can be clamped, it can be drilled, it can be glued or simply push fitted. That means it can be clamped on one to the other surface. Maintenance, it's very easy to maintain. You don't have to look after it once it is molded. That's the reason molded furnitures are very well once used, either in interior or best for exterior, like my garden furnitures, my furnitures which are kept on the terraces and all are my molded furnitures. They are all PVC, a type of plastic, polyvinyl chloride. Today what I am using for furnitures, for electrical fittings, fixtures, conduits, even for my plumbing fitting. So after PVC you have CPVC and UPVC. These are all types of plastic what I'm using today. Strength are reasonably strong, can be increased with various fibrous materials cladded with it. Thermal property, thermal conductivity is low. It's weather resisting when exposed to weather, light in weight, can be recycled depending on the type of plastic I'm using. Now coming back to the same thing, in what all forms plastic is available in the market. So I have PVC panels or plastic panels. I can get them in sheets form. I can get them in roll forms. In bakelite sheet, yes, we were using bakelite. It's also a type of plastic, a hard surface plastic which can take hard and tear, which can take wear and tear. It's hard, its surface is hard. Panels, pipes, films, fixtures, paints, varnish. Yes, the melamine we were talking about in the earlier lecture, paint, varnish, melamine, it's a kind of plastic, liquid, chemical which is applied to a surface. And finally, a plastic which is bulletproof. Yes, what I'm using now, FRP sheets, fiber reinforced plastic or glass reinforced plastic. Lexan is the name of the company which used to give you this type of plastic sheets. They are available in different color, not too many colors, but yes, variable colors. They are transparent, they are translucent, they are multi-walled, and yes, they are very strong. A very simple or best example to see them is, these are the sheet what the police in the foreign countries are carrying with them when they face riots. It's very clear, they can see a person who's coming on to them, and yes, it's bulletproof. One or two locations where these has been used in Bombay is near VT station, the subway. The roof of the subway is been done by these kind of sheets. Yes, so plastic. Today I'm using more and more plastic products in interiors, basically the furnitures, the cladding on wall, the outside cladding, the roof on my terraces and all. So try and find out in what all ways these plastic sheets are available, where I can use them, and yes, how I can install them. Every material will have this important part to it, how to assemble it, how to put them together. The designer should know how to take care of it and how to install it, how to look after it. A material, a product, how it's available in the market, its classification, its property, its uses, how to put them together, and how to look after them. I hope it will help you out. I'll try and do the rest of the theory material also. I hope this is beneficial to everyone. Please try and go through it. If there is any question, feel free to call and ask. Thank you.